There's no HR on this podcast, so it's fine.
Zero.
I was like, I'm finding the hot girl that is going to walk into these offices, pass out some good swag, and then tell them if they want to work with the best, this is who they got to work with, and just make sure she's delivering Popeyes. That was it.
And it's going to rain.
And it's just going to rain, and I'm going to sit here and collect, and I'll be like, it's going to be a hot girls club. It's like the Pink Pony Club up in here. We're just going to be dancing.
I love that.
So happy, right?
Welcome to Stop Whining About Real Estate. Join us as we chat, sip, banter, and wine with the best in the biz. Grab a glass of your favorite vino, sit back, relax, and let's wine together.
Welcome to our show today, Stop Whining About Real Estate. We're going to do a lot less whining today and a lot more chatting. I've got two really, really special guests today. We have Tammy Schneider with us, and we have Adriana Bates. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
These two ladies are rock stars in the industry. They've both been in the industry for quite some time. They both are movers and shakers, and they're the people that you want in your circle if you are in the mortgage or real estate world. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
for being here. We're excited.
Yes.
Tammy, where are you? You live in Sarasota?
So I live in Tampa Bay.
Okay, Tampa Bay.
Yes. And so I've been in the industry for, 17 years now.
Okay.
And the last 16 years, I've owned my own company as a coach for the mortgage and real estate industry. So I have loved every single minute of it and just helping people find their hidden potential.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got their own different skills that they bring to the table. And sometimes I feel like we're in a cookie cutter industry where it's like, hey, everyone does it this way.
Right.
But being able to find people's passion and what really brings them joy
Lights them
helps.
up.
Yes, helps them
Tammy
when they go
finds
to
our
resell.
superpowers.
Yes.
You do. You find our
I remember the
superpowers.
first time that I saw her speak was at a convention, and it was like a sales training thing for loan officers, and I went as business development, and I remember her saying, like, it's not about, yes, we understand you have to find your why, but what is your passion? What do you love doing? What lights you up in the morning? And I was like, oh, that's a really good question.
Like, I'm figuring that out right now.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Tampa Bay, and then Adriana, you're Kansas City, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So I'm
and
not
tell me a
Kansas
little
City
bit
born and raised, but
Okay.
that is where I call home.
Okay.
I, too, have been in the business for 16 years. So that means we started when we were 12,
We were babies.
13. Yeah, we were so
Beautiful,
young.
beautiful.
Child labor laws. No, I'm just kidding. So I grew up in upstate New York.
Okay.
And then my husband is from the Kansas City area, so that's
Okay.
why we call that place home now.
Love
With our
that.
3 boys.
Oh, wow.
it's busy.
How old are they?
11, 9, and 6.
Holy
It's a lot of balls.
I
don't need to edit that
She's a
out.
basketball player.
Basketball player.
She's a
It's
basketball
sports.
player.
No, you don't. It was sports flying
No.
throughout the house. That was my reference sheet.
No,
Did you see
it's
her
totally,
face?
no, it's totally fine. Those are some fun ages. So I have 2 kids. I was born and raised in South Florida. I have 2 kids. I have a son that's 8, so I totally get the balls part. And I have a daughter that's 11 that thinks she's definitely going on 15.
Oh, that's
so.
sassy right
Yo,
there.
so much sass.
Oh,
And
I
she's
got
like,
y'all
just
beat.
think-
I got a 29-year-old.
I know. God.
Yeah, but that's like the fun age. That's when they're your friend again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
What are you going to do when you're a GILF?
I don't. Well, I'm probably not going to be. He told me he doesn't want to have any kids.
Oh, he doesn't want any babies.
I know. So I have to adopt someone. Maybe I'll adopt yours.
Yeah, you can take them
can be
from
You can borrow mine whenever you
Yeah.
want.
Send them
There
away.
you go.
Like, you're going away.
All right, awesome. Okay, so we're going to do the show a little bit differently today because normally it's Emmanuel and I, we kind of go back and forth and we have a guest here that we're talking about, real estate, the market and stuff like that. And I think the beauty of today's show is to just talk about really the importance of what we do. Tammy, you've worked in a lot of different facets of the industry. I know that I first met you when you were part of Mortgage Marketing Animals, which is a coaching program that Emmanuel came into, and now you did stuff on your own, and you've worked with a lot of loan officers, trained them, coached them, and done all kinds of stuff on your own. You're a loan officer, and you're a branch owner, correct?
Yeah, actually a broker owner. So
Broker
I own
owner,
a
okay.
company, which is a whole nother can of worms when it comes to actually running a company, being HR, wearing all the different hats, making sure we're passing all our audits, dealing with compliance, but then having the responsibility of being a top producer as well. So it's a lot.
Huge.
Yeah, it's a lot of spinning plates, just making sure I don't drop one.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll talk about all that and just kind of how it all weaves together. I know that, we're working together on partnership stuff, so I think that's going to be really cool. And I think today's show is going to be amazing.
I know. I'm very much looking forward to it because I think that when you find people who have like passions, like mindedness, and just a why that is the same.
Is
We're all
aligned,
going in the
yes.
same alignment in directions, that magic happens. And so I'm just very excited about the three of us working together and doing more things together. This is going to be amazing.
Oh, for sure. I know when I heard that you were coming on board with us, and I know that you're coming in a recruiting aspect, but I was like, ooh, I'm going to steal some time with her because I want to get some coaching with her, and I want to get some nuggets and some tidbits. So I'm very excited about that.
Well, she made Rachel, who I think I'm going to give you that accolade.
She did.
Yeah.
So I actually met Rachel
Yes.
at one of the same places, and then I took Rachel's, she did like a coaching course.
Yes.
And I took that, and I think that was a huge turning point for me in the business development role, was really understanding how to set myself apart and really speak about the value that I add and what my purpose was for the referral partner, because I'm not in the loan, I'm not in the transaction, I'm not working with the buyer, but where that purpose came from. And so Rachel was huge. So thank you for creating.
You're very welcome.
Such an
So
amazing...
this is interesting that we're bringing this up to talk about. Can we take a little bunny trail and head down this? Because Adriana has tried many times. So I've
tried. I haven't had you.
So I've had Adriana as a client for many, many years. And, we've tried this BDR rule many times, and we've talked about why isn't it working?
Yeah.
So I'll ask you first why you think that when you've hired a BDR, and for those of you who don't, business development, so why hasn't it worked for you?
Well, what I found interesting, and we talked about it at one of our coaching sessions, is that it works really well in other industries. Why hasn't it become a prominent role in the mortgage industry? Title has it, where a lot of times when you're out at broker opens, visiting open houses, there's a title representative there. They're not the ones that are pulling commitments. They're not the ones that are sitting at the closing table.
Insurance reps as well?
Insurance as well. They're out there handing out swag and making sure that people feel supported, but they aren't the ones that are quoting the policies, right? So I was like, why doesn't that work? When I tried in this role, first and foremost, I don't remember, and there's no HR on this podcast, so it's fine.
Zero.
I was like, I'm finding the hot girl that is going to walk into these offices, pass out some good swag, and then tell them if they want to work with the best, this is who they got to work with, and just make sure she's delivering pop buys. That was it.
And it's going to rain.
And it's just going to rain, and I'm going to sit here and collect, and I'll be like, it's going to be a hot girls club. It's like the Pink Pony Club up in here. We're just going to be dancing.
I love that.
So happy, right? So I think, number one, the first reason why it didn't work is that I didn't check personality profile when I first hired. I went strictly based on looks. Again, HR is not part of this conversation.
Very Hooters of you.
Yeah. I was like, how do you look in this Hooters uniform?
I used to work there, so I can say it.
I wasn't going to peg you, but I was like, she for sure.
I did the summer between my senior year of high school and college, and I made a ton of money.
See? Right? So
there's no shame.
Right direction. Number two, the way that I was like, just do what I do. That was her training. That was about all of her training. Follow me around.
Follow me, yes.
These are the ones. This is an office I really want you to take over. Hey, this is how you look at a spreadsheet and see who produces. Go after those ones. And that was all of her training. Come to find out, when results weren't coming in, but yet she was logging all the hours and spending the marketing budget, right?
Sure she was.
I found out she was going on modeling calls and like other things during the time.
So she was really good looking.
Yes, she truly wanted to be a model.
So lack of training, I think.
Lack of training, lack of management.
Yes.
Okay. And also accountability. And also, I didn't do the due diligence up front to make sure it was a good fit as far as personality profile wise. I would have seen right away that she was not meant to be in that seat.
And then you tried again.
Oh, yeah, I tried again. Where this was more of a sympathy shift for a role where he was a very flamboyant male that wasn't the best loan technician. So was great with the relationships.
So you would think this is good.
Yeah, but it would deals would be epic disasters.
Got it.
Like he couldn't put the puzzle pieces together.
Okay.
But great at the relationships. So like, perfect. Let me shift him. Okay. Again, personality, a little bit of a personality conflict, very high D, and didn't like that he wasn't the star of the show at the end. Does that make sense? Yep. So what you're doing is building and cultivating relationships that are then taken care of by a loan officer or someone else, and it's not you. So when there are problems, when there are things going on, they're not calling you, correct? They are calling the relationships they've built with. And he didn't like that. Those were his relationships. So anyways, those were the two reasons. So again, lack of preparation and training, I think, were one of the biggest.
But you've had
pieces.
amazing success at it.
I've had some decent success, yeah.
Amazing
Well,
success.
I know your numbers. So to
We know your
date-
numbers.
So we're at August the 6th.
So we're trying to figure out how to clone you and put you in all of our markets.
And you're at 20 million.
Yeah, I am.
That's better than most loan officers.
Yeah.
are at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've hit my year last year in the half of year this year. Yes.
And so, so I know that the training wasn't perfect at the beginning, but I think you did get training on it because you did go to
Rachel
her class.
was my training. So I think, we did a lot of test, error, fail, pivot, keep going, try this doesn't work, okay, do this. With Emmanuel and I, when I found Rachel, I was like, okay, let me glue to her because she's at least doing this. You're the loan officer. And I think the biggest thing that the follow me, just do what I do, the missing piece there is that your value is you're closing the loan. That is the biggest value that you have. We are not closing the loan and we're not doing anything with the loan. So like other than walking into an office and just smiling at people and getting them to like us, you have to create more value as biz dev beyond that so that you keep getting invited back and you're the person that they call when they have a buyer to send to your team.
So what kind of value?
Yeah, what are the value? I was like waiting for it to be like, give me an example.
I create actual real relationships with them. And Emmanuel and I went back and forth on this a lot because he wanted fast results immediately. He wanted me to walk into an office and get all of the top producers to literally turn over buyers to me that day. And that's just not possible. As a loan officer, you don't meet an agent day one and get referrals. So there is a long-term game into it. I think that I could shorten the time.
But we do expect loan officers, because I've been doing this a long time, loan officers have this magic Jack and the Beanstalk thing in their mind that's what's going to happen. Hey, I couldn't form the relationship instantly, but I have other things that I'm working on. I'm working on the loan and I don't have time to it. But if I have someone else go in there, then they will be able to do it. And in a day. And it doesn't happen in a day.
No, it doesn't happen that day. That will happen if you hand over your database that's already positive and working with you, and I milk the database and I continue to work with those people on your behalf.
Right.
That's a good way to start business continuing to come in because now I'm showing extra attention on the people that have already worked with you and they love working with you. Perfect. So that's a good way to start things moving faster. But to find real, raw, new business, it's going out, it's putting yourself out there, it's meeting people, it's finding people that you can have natural conversations with. Now, you need somebody that can, and I always say this, get in the door is important, yes. Get invited back in the door is the biggest part, right? So a lot of people can walk in the door and have a good presentation, present lunch, feed everybody, walk out, but then what happens after that? That's where the magic happens. So you follow up with them. You see what they need. You never go in with your hand up. You go in with your hand down. How are you doing? What's your business like? What do you need? How can I be a partner to you? That's what I always say. And I honestly mean it because if they're successful and they're excited about partnering with me and we're working together to build their pipeline, to build their success, I'm going to be that person that they turn to.
So what are some of the answers that they're giving you? Are they needing marketing flyers? Are they needing, can you teach a course? What are some of the ways that you provide? It
varies, right? So like you'll have an agent that's with Compass, and Compass has a ton of marketing, and they have the courses, and they have all the stuff, but they may need other stuff. They may just want support. They may just want somebody that they can talk about doing a networking event with, and we would partner with that, and what's the goal of it? So you have to really figure out what the agent needs. The one thing that I will say that is across the board, the biggest complaint that I get when I get them complaining, because I think that that's an important piece, is what has not worked for you before with other lenders or partners, insurance, whatever that you've worked with, specifically lenders. What has not worked? What would you wish was better? And they 1,000% say communication. And the reason why is because the LO becomes so focused on the transaction, which they should be, because that's the goal, is to close on time, that the agent kind of gets left in the background. So the LO in the beginning does all this love for the agent, give me your business, give me your business, give me your business. The second the business hits the door, then they go, okay, agent, like enough, you're annoying me. I have to work on this transaction for you. And that's where things get lost. And the agent goes, I don't really know what's going on, but I think it's okay. And then another LO swoops in and they're like taking them to lunch. Coached them. They take them to lunch and they smooth them and they love on them. And the agent's going, well, as soon as I'm done with this deal with so-and-so, because I haven't even heard from them in 3 weeks, I'm going to give you my next one. And that was the magic of it. So my piece comes in and I am constantly that relationship the entire time. Now, if there's a problem in the transaction, I hope that they don't call me because that means my LO is not doing a good job. But I'm always there as a back person to make sure that everything is well. I will check in maybe once during the transaction. How are things going? How's it going working with, whichever LO? But then after that closes, I'm right there. Hey, what's going on? What do you got going on next? What can I help with next? What's business like for you? Let's meet up and talk. Let's strategize. What's your next quarter looking like? And that's where I swoop back in.
Have you learned in this experience, because you've obviously, your trajectory is like, you've jumped very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's like this
and then it went.
Take off.
Yeah. Have you learned that you just you've really got to kind of weed through who you spend your time with and who.
Oh my God, 1,000%.
I know. But isn't that hard in the beginning?
Well,
right?
in the beginning, all the people that want to spend all the time with
aren't
you
doing any
correct. They're bored. So it's twofold. One, there's nothing wrong with spending time with people that may not be your top producers because they could be an entryway to others. And it's not that you're using them to step
they may
over.
need other people. Yeah.
100%. So I've had people that I've started with in the beginning. They were part of a great office or a great team, right? And I thought, okay, I want to help this person. I want to get them up and running. But there's amount of time that you can spend getting somebody up and running because your job is really not a real estate coach. So I've done that method. I've also done the method where I've just wasted time with people that are never going to use me. And then 3 weeks later, I see on Facebook that they're posting with a lender. And I'm like,
they use you to pay for this.
and I took it personally. And it's not personal. And in the beginning, it really hurt my feelings.
It still hurts.
It does. It did hurt in the beginning. So there's a couple things. I do look at production. I do look at the numbers because I just want to see what I'm up against.
Sure.
I want to see who they're using. If they're married to a lender that I see, I won't discard them completely, but I do, I take that into account. I know that if somebody was exclusively using us for the most part, like I would want to tread carefully. I don't know that I would want to just go in and snap them. That's not to say that I'm not going to have a conversation with them if they're open to it. If they want to meet with me, let's meet.
my saying, if they meet, they'll cheat.
If they meet, they'll cheat, yes. So, but I always want to look at that. So if they have 19 loans in the last 12 months and they've used 16 loan officers, that is gold.
They're not very
mine.
faithful.
Let's go. But maybe there's a reason. Why haven't you? Do you care about this partnership? Have you ever thought about this? Is this something that you'd be interested in? Getting that conversation going. So I think you have to be specific about how you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with. Networking events is another big one. Go with a couple people that you want to have really solid conversations with, and then make it that your night. And then the follow up is the most important piece. Don't go just to go have a couple drinks and just like be seen in some pictures. Maybe in the beginning it's nice because you're getting your face out there, but eventually become more of a sniper about what you're doing, because I think that being intentional really kind of will bring the results. And the one thing that I think I learned the most, and Emmanuel forced me on this one, I wasn't asking for the business.
Yeah, I was just going to tee you up for that to be like, so.
I assumed I'm a lender, or I work with a lender, you're an agent, we're meeting, I'm here because I want your business. Yeah. And it wasn't that obvious, that cut and dry, or they were just bypassing it and going, this lunch was great, I've had so much fun, let's be besties.
Yeah. So give me an example, okay? So let's say you and I just had the best happy hour. It's our third one.
Oh, yeah.
You are paying for every single tab, and I drink a lot. So how would you go in? How would you approach that?
So year one, on my third one, I probably would have said nothing. Year now, on my third one, I've already asked you on our time too.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say directly, do you have a buyer for me today? Because that's impossible. But it's, hey, I'd love the opportunity to work with you. I obviously think that we would be a great match. I think that we would be great partners. What would it look like for you to give me an opportunity?
Yeah.
What would that look like? What is it going to take for us to work together?
That's awesome.
At least once. I always add that in there.
What is it going to take to give us a chance?
And how are you rebutting? And what do you, if they're like, not that I'm putting you on the hot seat to be like, well, are you going to send buyers back to me? Do you ever get that rebuttal?
I do.
Like, yeah.
And I say, listen, that's a great question. Unfortunately, in our industry, buyers don't typically come to us first. Right. When I get a buyer that comes to me and they're not attached to an agent, the first thing that I do is I want to figure out what they're looking for, what area, what neighborhood, what their ideal of what they're looking for is, and then I pair them with the agent that I think is going to be best suited for them. That's the answer that I give, but that's an honest answer. If I've got somebody looking in Miami and I have an agent that specializes in East Boca, you guys aren't from here, but that's not a good match.
Even I would know that is.
Yes.
But also, I think you can sell some of the systems that they've put in place here.
That we can do now.
Now that they're touching base and they're doing their quarterly calls and they're talking to the past database, they will bring business back because of the follow-up after closing.
That, and we're also...
I was going to say that, but I'm glad you did.
I was top on the bed.
You learned good.
We're also really good about following up and touching base with the listing agents, which have brought listing agents to us. They're like, I want to use you guys next. And so we're good about moving things about and kind of, we're working on this corporate partnership where it's going to bring people that work just at different corporations to us to get pre-approved. Those people that have pre-approvals with us, they're going to be looking for an agent because they're going to come to us first.
So will that be part of your role then to stop in at the HRs? I
think so, yeah.
And then just remind them, hey, when you have...
But at some point I need a second me because I am one.
You should do, you need a second one to do the HRs, probably the banks. I think bank turndowns are a big one that you guys could do really well. Yeah.
Huge.
And the CPAs and FAs, especially with your non-QM
And then we can have a
products.
whole different section about like divorce attorneys.
Let's
you
talk
gotta
about
go.
your role as it's developing, because, I know you want to keep developing and not just stay at the same level all the time. And we've talked about perhaps having you, as people come into our company, training someone's BDR for them.
Yes.
So that they can get the same results that Emmanuel's getting with you.
Yes.
So what would that look like?
So the way that we've built it out is I would do all of the lift. I think that I've done it, I've lived it. So I think I can do it probably better than a loan officer, and nothing against a loan officer, but it's a totally different job.
And I think you could do it in a shorter time. It took you 3 years to get here.
Yes.
But you know all the mistakes you've made along the road
Sure
now.
do.
And so now you can say, let's not do that.
And if I forget one, Emmanuel has them all sitting on a list. So he'll happily remind me. No, but
Of course he does.
But the idea is that I can kind of take that off the branch. So if a branch comes on, or a team or whoever, and they want their own BD, what I can do is I can look for that person, and I can be as involved with, I can do most of it, but the leader, the branch leader, the owner, whoever, can be as involved or not. So if they want me to take it completely, totally fine. I can look for that person. I can hire that person. I can train that person. I can coach that person. I can oversee that person.
And hold them accountable.
And
I think
absolutely
that's the
hold
biggest
them
thing.
accountable.
It is.
I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they hire a BDR is no accountability.
Or
I
no way
think
to
why
even track it. You
Well,
know,
I
a lot
also
of them-
think
for
that
title and stuff like that
Yes.
is like, you almost get instant results with those. It's not a nurturing thing. It's like,
And also you can see what's not working. So,
Yeah.
maybe networking events isn't working for them, but maybe, office stop-ins is, or calling people is, or going through the old database of the LOs that they're working for. And, you haven't referred somebody in a year. Why? Are you still in the business? Let's call. Like, there's different ways that we can do it, and there's different ways that you can shift. But if you have somebody that's checking in a couple, I would say in the beginning we would do a couple days a week, and then we'd move it to bi-weekly or weekly, and then bi-weekly. But I would constantly be that person for them. And I think, one, it takes it off the LO or the branch owner, because they can now go do what they're supposed to do and what is really comfortable for them and where they're going to make more money. And now I'm overseeing this person that truly is just generating extra revenue without the branch being held down by, okay, what do you got going on? What have you been doing? What's working? What's not working? Where are your referrals? Have you followed up from the events that you've gone to? Like, that would be all me. And I think that is kind of genius, and I think it's a huge asset that we can offer for anybody that wants to join forces with us.
I love that because
I also think that there can be like content strategy with that too.
Yeah.
Because
for sure.
as business development starts recording content, then they can talk about some of the pain points that they're seeing with agents, where agents do need support, where they do need help.
Yeah.
And make it almost like a unified, okay, this month we're going to focus on creating a Google My Business page for real estate agents.
Yes.
And teach the class, go be in a place of authority by teaching the class.
Yes.
And then automatically getting your foot in the door.
Yep.
And then you can even put the pitch at the end to be like, hey, you're going to learn all this. Yes, I'll help you set up your Google My Business page. I want your next buyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because the branch managers, I mean,
don't-
they're
they can't
good
do
at
they can't do
this. They're not. It'd be like me saying, "Oh, you want to be a paralegal? Come on over. I'll put you
yeah,
how to do
exactly.
it." And I know nothing about that.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
I think the same thing applies. They don't know what the role of it. Well, they know what their results that they want. That's
course.
what everyone
that's the
knows what
easy
the
part.
results that
Yes.
they want. But
How do we
there's
get
a
there?
long journey
Building the
from
blueprint
here
and building
to
the
get
training
there.
metrics, I think is so key.
I love
Yeah.
it.
And I love that.
Yeah, I built the whole thing out. So I have the hiring, I have requirements, I have what to look for, I have interview process, I have training, I have onboarding, and then I have ongoing metrics and everything. Yep.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yep. And it'll vary, location, what you're looking for and everything else. Like, we'll work together, we'll tweak it a little bit, but yeah.
So that's a great question. So someone, let's take Missy Miss thing here. She's in Kansas City, and she wants one.
Yeah.
So are you going to fly her person here and train them? Are you going to go there? What would that look like?
So the way that I would envision it, honestly, is I would go there and I would want to just get the understanding of the lay of the land. What are your associations like? What kind of chambers do you have? What's available to
You
this
could
person?
even pre-screen that to be like, okay, I'm going to be coming out in the next
for sure.
2 weeks. This is what I need you to have ready.
Oh, for
I need
sure.
all of your top
Yep.
prospects. I need your current prospects.
I need offices that you've
Yes,
been in. I
and
need
I
to know.
need-
Yep. And then I would just go out there and I would want to
And maybe shadow
understand.
for a couple days.
I want to just understand what I'm working with and what I'm working against, who are your top competitors, and just kind of understand, because then I can get an idea of who would be a great fit for that. I think, Emmanuel took a chance on me. I was not in this world before. I was in sales. I worked for Marriott, and I did corporate relationships and corporate like groups and business transient contracts. But I was not in the mortgage world, and I didn't have a Rolodex of real estate agents at my disposal. So that was part of the ramp up, is nobody knew who I was.
And you could probably put together like the first common questions that you were asking. You were like deer in headlights to be like,
Oh yeah, people are like, "What's anything?" And
what
I
are your
like,
arm
I don't
rates?
even have
And
a
you're like,
mortgage.
what is an
knew
arm?
So I would say that hiring somebody that's in this world would skip a lot of the.
It's hard.
It is
Because
hard. It's super hard.
typically, the ones that do well in the biz dev role that have been in mortgage before are usually good loan officers. They are. They have the business. But the ones that I think if you do find someone, it might have to be like someone in the marketing, department that knows enough.
A couple of real estate agents.
Real estate agents might be good
have made
too.
good ones
Could
as
be.
well. Yeah.
Or you could
Title, I think.
steal
Title.
them from title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think title.
Yeah,
paid
title.
them
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just somewhere.
Yeah.
In there. That's
At
what
least-
Rachel was. Rachel was title.
Being in the
She
real
was.
estate industry is what you're saying.
Somewhere in the industry, somewhere where I say, how do you have
Because, gosh.
5 real estate agents that you know that you could call right now, really excited about this job
Home
move?
warranty girls.
Yep.
That's who can go after. You know
Yep.
the home warranty reps?
Oh yeah,
That are running
yeah.
around the real estate
I have
agent offices.
Solar
have one as
people.
a
I mean,
client
there's
that was,
just people that are in this industry that have, I think, somebody or a group of people that they can call and be like, hey, I made a career change. I'm doing this, really excited. When can I come talk to your office? And it's not me opening a door to an office that I've never seen with nobody I've ever known. I'm like, I'm with Choice Mortgage. Please let me in, which is what I did.
Transition is smidge here because we're 3 women in a male-dominant world.
We are.
So, including, in the real estate world as well. So do you ever have meetings with men? And how do you handle going out on your own?
Are we talking about safety or passes?
All of the above.
All of it.
And how you have to very clearly be like, this is a business meeting.
Yeah. So
I mean,
luckily,
because let's face it, you're attractive. You're attractive. I'm relatively
Mama
attractive.
still got it.
But,
You go. Hey.
so it is hard because we don't get taken seriously, I think, sometimes because of that.
100%.
And so how do you overcome that?
So I luckily don't meet with people in their houses, right? Because I'm not on the real estate side.
Ew, who's going into their house?
Well, agents do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's okay. I was like, what real estate agent invited you to their house?
No. That would be so...
Did Emmanuel get you pepper spray?
That would be so weird. No, so with the men, if it's the first time that I'm meeting with somebody, I typically do coffee. And I know that sounds boring, but it's a good way to kind of feel each other out. I also will look at their numbers before I meet with them, and I have kind of a purpose for meeting with them, and I do this with women too, so it's not just one-sided. I have now early in my career, I would let the one-on-ones kind of go longer before I was a little bit more stern about the reason why both of us were there. And I would find myself in situations where I was just like, oh man, he's turning this kind of into this pseudo dating
Creepy,
thing, and
yeah.
it's not working for me. I've gotten a lot better at kind of standing my ground with that. And I think that as a woman, from an earlier part of life, if you are somebody that men have paid attention to, you have a couple ways that you're going to handle yourself kind of moving forward, and you adapt to them. And the one thing that I've always learned is, 1, being pretty strong about the way that I present myself, but 2, no matter what I look like, if I can speak, hold a conversation, be intelligent, and kind of show my worth pretty early on, it gives me something else to stand on other than the fact that they may find me attractive or easy to look at. Sure. And I think that I've always kind of adapted that from an earlier age. My dad was pretty good about drilling that into my head. He's like, nobody cares about what you look like. You need to learn how to be smart. And I was like, point taken.
And
All
you've
right,
done
cool.
a great job at that, I think, as well.
It was, yeah. It as you develop a name for yourself, though, I think it gets better. But I think it's hard.
Because people discount you. They're like,
Yes.
and a lot of people will say to me like, oh, well, you're just the marketing chick for Choice Mortgage. So what are you posting about today? And I'm like, that's actually not my job at all. Yeah. My job is relationships. My job's business, and it's revenue. And they're like, oh. And they kind of get and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that little stopping point. And then I'm like, we can resume now? Can we? Yeah. Okay, cool. We can continue talking. And I don't want to be aggressive about it, but I do want to kind of, end the little, oh, sweetheart, yada, yada, back and forth. And I've done a good job at making it known that I'm not there to just feed their ego. But at the same time, like, I can be nice and I can be pleasant and we can have fun and we can banter back and forth, but we're here to also partner and do business and see how we can grow together professionally.
And I think as you start to articulate those value adds, I think that's when it really sets you apart as well.
100%.
I think I have a harder time with the women.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I have a harder time with the women. I really had to become a lot more relatable, which I'm sure you've seen as my career has progressed. I've had to post so much more about being a mom and juggling family and how it is to be a successful woman and balance a relationship, a healthy relationship with a husband. And also, you know, I'm real too. I had to go to meetings and I would get spit up from my baby on a blazer. I'd have to change blazer and I'd make a post about that because it's relatable content. They're like, oh, she isn't always prim, proper, polished, always put together, always just going out and killing the day. I have tough days too. And sometimes that means so much more in building business.
I have a little brooch over here where my baby spit out.
I did. Yeah. And I might smell a little funny, so I might, it smells like sour milk. It is because it is. Yeah. But I think making jokes about how my grays are coming out. Do you know what I mean? Or,
totally.
Or complaining about sometimes how long it takes. Like, why did I make a nail appointment? I'm waiting here. I made an appointment. They're just small little things that other women can relate to, I think has really helped me
100%
get into that market. Because the majority of the real estate agents in my market are women. There are some very strong producing male teams, but a lot of the real estate agents are women.
We have a lot of really strong women here, and kind of the same. I find kids and mom stuff is an easy way in, but also, like, you know, I like to look professional. I like to look polished. And sometimes people say to me, like, everything's so perfect with you. Or, you know, and I'll be like, actually, I cried on the way here. My makeup's in the car if you want to come see it. And I literally did it at a stoplight. And they're like, oh, really?
I haven't washed my hair in 3 days. This is great dry shampoo. I'll send you the link.
Yes,
you
exactly.
know what I mean?
And the second you do that, it kind of disarms them. And they're like, oh, she's normal.
She's
real.
real.
Of course I'm freaking normal.
So I think little things like that have helped navigate that career because I used to not want to show that side. Like, I thought that was a almost
weakness.
I got to separate business and home
like
life.
my real
and like all of that doesn't matter.
And
Here I am, and I'm prim, proper, and like ready to
and I don't
dominate.
struggle, and I'm always on my A game. And I felt like once I started to show those vulnerabilities, and I know this is overplayed, but really started to show my authentic, like true self. Authentic is like so overplayed. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm so authentic.
But all the sides of that gets you to where you are. You know?
And stop trying to preach that there's this perfect harmony between work-life balance. It's a harmony. Sometimes work is really intense. Sometimes
I call it the triage. Whichever, who needs me the most today? My kids are crying. Emmanuel, I'm going to be working from home.
Yeah.
Like, here I am. Kids are great today. All right, I'm going to go crush it.
But I think because you're relatable and because you're a mom, sometimes the little gifts that you can bring by your agents, like, you know what they need too. Like, so there's sometimes I made these cute little Yetis with little wines. There were tumblers that said mommy juice. Yeah. And the agents loved it. They were like, this is the best. You know what I mean?
Because the second you become a little bit vulnerable, they'll say, oh my God, I remember that one time I had a 2-year-old that, you know, spit up on me and I had to wear my blazer to a presentation. And then there's a bonding moment. Yeah. And it's not fake and it's not salesy. It's genuine. Because it's just a woman being a woman with the other one, and, you know, we're sharing that experience. And I think and then you're like, oh, okay, I remember that. Yeah. And it just kind of creates the bond from there. And they become actual real relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I absolutely love the part that you're going to be doing to help other people grow their businesses.
I'm excited about
That's
it.
amazing.
I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, let's figure out that.
I'm really, really excited about it. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'll learn a lot too. Like, you always want to learn while you're always growing. But I think we'll learn a lot, and I think it'll get better every single time.
So I think it's been really neat when we get business development is a different type of business than being a producing loan officer.
100%.
So what's going to be really cool is when they start to get their masterminds together and people are like, well, this has really worked for me. What about this idea?
Absolutely.
And become one of these round tables for this role that truly doesn't really exist too much.
I understand why it doesn't, because it's hard to fill the spot, and it's a kind of a mixed use role, but it's genius.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the things that worked really well is that you and Emmanuel had a great enough relationship that you could continue to tweak it.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's because, one, he had a little bit of time to donate in there, but two, that you got to take this class with Rachel, who was amazing at it, and he stuck with it.
Yes, he did.
Because, you know, a lot of people don't stick with it, but I think But I think he knew your personality.
He did.
So that he could say, yeah, we're going to figure this out and it will work.
Yes.
Like you knew right away, if you're going on modeling appointments, this
that
isn't going to
wasn't-
work.
yeah, that was
okay?
impatient.
But I think that
Anytime something fails, I think a business owner truly isn't. Every business owner hurts a little bit inside when someone doesn't work out because you're like, man,
for
could I
sure.
have done this a little bit better?
Yes.
Maybe my expectations weren't that clear. Maybe
Did I deliver everything that I should have?
Did I set these proper?
and you know you didn't.
I
And
know
it's
I
not your
didn't.
fault, but
Yeah.
you know you didn't.
Exactly.
Because you didn't have time.
Yes.
You were
That's
trained.
why you are. This is genius. This
Yes.
position that we're.
And
that is being
so that's the
created.
thing is I will be the person doing it. So it'll be my time. You'll be out doing what you do. I will be creating this role, this person, this whole thing for you.
Scripts.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
Literally
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Scheduling.
Weekly
scripting,
meeting with
how to
them,
meet with them.
accountability.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on? What do you have coming up? What do you need help with?
Yeah.
What's that event that you're going to? What's your plan? What's the goal? Who are
What's
you
the
talking
follow-up
to?
look like?
What are
All
you
of that.
following up with?
Love it.
What's your process?
is
Let's work on that.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Emmanuel's lucky. He better say thank you every day.
He does in
Not.
his own way.
Yeah.
He does in his own way. Yeah. But the good thing is he gives me the freedom to follow my face and kind of the leash to
Sure.
figure it out. But he's there when I need him. And he's just, he's been a good support. His way is very different than my way, but I think that that's the magic.
Yeah.
And sometimes I remind him, this is why I'm biz dev and you're not. And he's like, yeah, okay, just go do whatever.
gosh.
But it works. It works.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Well, we're so excited to see what you build and what you grow.
I'm excited to
and-
build with
yeah.
you guys.
I know.
We're going to be a
This is gonna be
super
so
power
much
team.
fun, yeah.
In this male-dominated industry, they've got 3 power girls that are coming through to
Yeah.
really
About to rock with us.
shake things up. Yeah.
It's going to be a little less of a bromance up in here.
I love it. I love this. And you can come down whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you an office.
We actually have direct flights, so that's why I was rubbing it into over them. They're all talking about their layovers. I'm like, nope, I flew direct.
I love this. I love this so much. Well, it was a pleasure having you guys on.
Yeah,
Anytime.
sorry to flip the script and we kind of put it right back on.
I kind of loved it. It was great. It was just like a bunch of girls chatting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the best. Next time with drinks, and then we'll get the real tea about everything.
Oh, and then we're really going to start whining.
yes.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Where is the wine?
Yeah,
The
I
wine.
I know. Next time we will. I'll be better prepared, I promise. Or we'll do vodka or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yes.
yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, well, it was great having you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
for
I'm
having
so
you.
looking forward to a follow-up in about a year to see what we've done.
Year.
Oh, we're going to be here like next
once a
month.
All right, let's do this once a month. Let's go.
It's like a year.
I love this.
What?
Just for metrics.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough whining for one day. We are so happy that you could join us today on Stop Whining About Real Estate. So please, not only listen, but subscribe, follow us, download, share, and if you're feeling it, give us a 5-star review. Hey, and if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email stopwhining@choicemortgage.com. Thanks so much.